welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Kiera, your friendly neighborhood regional flight attendant, and today is Sunday, March 30th, and it is the start of a 3-day short call block for me. And this is the first time this month that I am sitting hot. So it's currently 5:33 a.m. and I have a report time of 7 a.m. So we're gonna go ahead and make our way to the airport for surprise, surprise. We'll see what happens. There's nothing in open time available for today. So unless someone calls out, I don't see me being used, but I don't put anything past crew scheduling. So I will check in with you guys when we get to the airport. I have made it to the employee lot. I am walking up to the shuttle now. It is currently a little after 6. So y'all, I hate when this happens, when I'm walking up to the shuttle and the shuttle continues to go off. Like, nothing pisses me off more. But that is what's happening, so I'm gonna have to wait for the next shuttle to come because this shuttle driver acting like they ain't seen me. So I still have time, so I'm not really gonna trip about it, but it is irritating when they do that. Called off of hot. I'm going to Des Moines tonight. I haven't been there in a while. It's like a little over 2-hour flight. We have had gate changes out the wazoo, and we are waiting for a good release before we get down. So we had made it to Des Moines, and oh, that's cute. Mirror, mirror on the wall, and that's where it is. I've stayed here once before, but my room definitely didn't look like this. Here is the bathroom. Let's see how the switch is out here. This is cute. I kind of like the bathroom setup. Have a little glass out mirror. I mean, I keep calling those mirrors. They're windows. And I've been doing that for some time. Window, not mirror. We have 2 beds, which I love. Last time I was here, I only had 1 bed. Here we go. Hey, y'all, we got a walk-in closet. I'm in here. I am in here. So yes, it is currently 1:27, and me and some of my crew, we're gonna walk over to this place called Fresco, I believe is what it's called, get us something to eat. I am not really dressed for the weather that Iowa is presenting right now, so we're gonna see what we can do so we can get there comfortably and get back. Because I don't like being cold, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and start to get my life together, and we'll see what we can throw together. Whew. So I'm all changed, ready for frescoes. This is what we going with right now. This is what we got. So we're gonna have to make it do what it do. It's not a long walk, so I ain't gonna trip about it. I got all my stuff. Crew should be heading down in about 4 minutes. I'm gonna go head down there so I can wait for them. And I'll see you guys at Fresco's. Made it back to the room. We went to Fresco's, had some tacos. I think I took some clips of that, so you guys should have seen that. And then when we got back, my other flight attendant, she wanted ice cream, but it's really cold outside, and so we went to the restaurant in the hotel. They didn't have ice cream, but they did get cheesecake, and we sat there. And y'all, it is currently March 30th. Let me turn this camera around real quick. I don't know if y'all can tell. I don't know if y'all can see. But I can see it and I can tell. It's snowing. It is snowing. And what's so crazy is the crew that took our aircraft, so they stayed here last night, they were like, it was like 70 degrees yesterday. I didn't realize that there were other places in the world that had DMV type weather where you have your, what we call the false spring. So yeah, Des Moines is one of those false spring places. So yeah, it's snowing. Not thrilled. So it's currently 4:49. I'm trying to contemplate on whether I'm going to go to the gym or not. I'm a little tired. So we'll see. I'm not going to commit to going to the gym, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to iron my uniform for tomorrow. And then I'm either going to shower and get in the bed, or I'm going to go to the gym, then shower, and then get in the bed. We'll see what happens. We shall see. I opted to do a quick gym trip before I start getting ready for bed. It is 5:12, and I am heading down to the gym. And it's gonna be quick. I'll probably do something for like 30 minutes and then head back up so I can get ready for bed. We have a 5:30 van time, and I'm ready to get some rest. I'm begrudgingly going to the gym right now, but I'll appreciate it when I get there, I'm sure. To the room, did a quick, I didn't turn my watch off, but I did a quick, it was like 35-minute workout. Got my little pump in. There was quite a few people in there, so I had to do my weightless workout. So I did the one that I would do if I was at a hotel that didn't have a good gym. But this one is a relatively good gym. hence why I was unable to get any of the equipment because people were in there. But it is now 6 o'clock. I'm gonna go ahead and shower and hop on in that bed behind me because your girl is tired and I would like to get a good amount of sleep before tomorrow. It's not I checked the flight load. As of right now, it's not a completely full flight, which I love for us. And as of right now, I still just have the Des Moines to DC leg. But y'all know crew scheduling the way I know crew scheduling. That is not going to last. So we'll see what else I have on my schedule tomorrow. Good morning. It is currently 5:22 a.m. I have a 5:30 van time today, so I am finishing up packing up my stuff, and I'm gonna make my way downstairs. As of right now, I still just have Des Moines to DC for today, and then allegedly released, but we'll see. We shall see. I wouldn't be surprised if while we're in the air, crew scheduling adds something to my schedule. They are notorious for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish getting my stuff so I can make my way downstairs, and I will see you guys at the airport. In about 4 minutes, and it's not a completely full flight, and I love that for us. So we should be smooth. There's only one connection that could possibly concern me if we aren't on time, if we don't leave on time, but other than that, everyone else booked their connections responsibly. So we'll go ahead and get our briefing and then get the show on the road. So to no surprise, flying has been added. So I'm about to do a Madison, Wisconsin turn, so heading back in the direction I just came from. Then we have a 2.5 hour sit, yay me, to then go to White Plains. I hope it's not cold there. We have a decent layover in White Plains, and we're taking a completely full flight to Madison. So we'll go ahead and get this show on the road. We are in MOGT because they were delayed coming in. So we'll do our best to get these people on and get us on up out of here so we can make up some time. More so for the people coming back to DC because those are the people with connections. So I will try and check in with you guys when we get to Madison, but if not, definitely when we get back to DC. Finally made it on the aircraft. It's 7:15 right now, and we are going to make our way to White Plains. We are expecting it to be really turbulent, so we're going to stay seated. It is not a completely full flight, which I love, and it is One of my fave aircrafts, y'all. Y'all know the ones with the jump seat all the way back here. Love that. So we are getting a show on the road, y'all. We'll have a unwind and recap when we get to the hotel. But just know a time has been had in many different ways. So just know, I can tell you right now, we're at a different gate than where we were supposed to be. We originally were going to be at one gate. We got moved to another gate to then get moved to the gate that we currently at. So, but I ain't going to get y'all too much. I'm going to hit y'all up once we finish. Once we get to White Plains. Like I said, we should be boarding shortly. So, I will see you guys there. So, we're still in DC. It is 9:26 and there's been thunderstorms going through the East Coast. So we were sitting here. It started pouring, thundering, lightning, all of that. Now it's in White Plains, and I had an early start today, so I timed out. So that coupled with the delay pushing it to like another hour or two, we deplaned. I am going to head home. I'm now released and gonna be off. Well, I'm gonna sit short call tomorrow, but hold on one second. Whew. All right, y'all. It is time for our unwind and recap, because as you can see, I'm in my car and not in White Plains where I was supposed to be. So, as I mentioned before, White Plains, we were supposed to, what time was we supposed to leave? I think we were supposed to leave at like 6 something. And it was getting us there at 8 something, which would have been fine. I would have been well within my duty day for us being in IROPS. So then when I got back from the Madison turn, me and the other flight attendant, we went to go eat, and then we went to our gate. The aircraft should have been at the gate because the aircraft had been there all day. And we get to the gate. We were starting at E52, so we get to E52. But mind you, when we landed from Madison back into DC, our gate was originally going to be D43B, I believe. And by the time we finished eating, our gate was now E52. So we all get to E52, and there's no aircraft at the gate. The gate agent was like, they've been told that the aircraft, they're pulling it over from the hangar, and they're bringing it to the gate. We're like, okay. So we're waiting. Because I made a joke. I was like, 12 minutes before we're supposed to start boarding, that seemed like a good time to do that. And he was like, yeah. He was like, the perfect time. So we were going back and forth about that. And there's a critter in my car. That's one thing I do not like about like spring, summertime, fall, bugs. Especially when you get in your car at night, you open the door and a little critter get in here. I'm gonna find the critter and I'm gonna take care of the critter. So where was I before the critter distracted me? We're at E52, bantering with the gate agent. So I was sitting there, we're waiting. Then all of a sudden, we get an update. We're now going to E48. All right. So everybody pack up and we move to E48. We get to E48. Aircraft's there. So I was like, oh, perfect. We do our checks. I'm like, all right, bet. We're doing good. We do our checks. We board. I'm like, all right, bet. Captain's still waiting for a release. Okay. This tends to happen when we have gate changes and tail swaps and all of that. So, waiting for a release. White Plains is having bad weather. So they're not in a rush to get us the information so that we can go. Then it starts a downpour in DC. It is pouring rain. I'm like, good gracious. So I asked the captain, I was like, do you have an idea, like, are we going to be here for a while? He was like, yeah. So I was like, okay, I'll take care of the cabin. Mind you, everything that we're doing, me and my other flight attendant, this is that unpaid time. But we took care of the passengers. We go, so she's doing like pre-departure drinks and stuff like that. I run water back first through the main cabin because I'm like, okay, if it's just going to be a little delay, make this something quick and keep it pushing. I run water back and I'm like, okay, we're still here. So then I run cookies back. Then we get an update. At this point, like I said, it's pouring. And they're like, it's no time soon are we going to be moving. All right. I bring the cart out. And I'm like, all right, we're gonna take care of y'all. So I go, get everybody drinks, cookies, whatever they wanted. So then I finish that. I pick up trash a couple times. Everyone was very, very grateful, very, very thankful for us, like, tending to them. We're sitting there. Captain called. When I get back up with the cart, my other flight attendant was like, oh, the captain has a question for you. I was like, oh, okay. So I moved the cart away. I was like, you had a question? And he asked me, he was like, well, what time did you start today? I was like, well, East Coast time, I started at 7:05. Central time, I started at 6:05. So, but we're East Coast, so we're going off East Coast time. At this point, it was a little after 8. And he was like, we're looking at a delay that's going to run you're going to time out with us being in IROPS. I was like, it's so funny you say that because I called them when I got right before my Madison turn and told them that I was going to time out. And they were like, at that time, I was going off of Central time. They were like, oh no, you're good until, I think like 10:05, because we were in IROPS. I was like, all right. Keep that in mind. I was like, oh, East Coast time, cool. Then these delays started. The weather. And exactly what I told them was going to happen happened. I timed out. So I tried to hold off as much as I could. So I gave it till about 8:50, about 9 o'clock. I called crew scheduling to let them know. I was like, hey, we've completely boarded this plane. We're running on a delay right now because of, first it was weather. It started with weather in White Plains with us getting a release. Now it's pouring in DC. And then the rain started to fizzle out, but now it's pouring in White Plains. So I'm like, I was like, I don't want to have to deplane these passengers to have to reboard them, all because I'm timing out. I was like, if you can get another flight attendant down here, I'll sit here until she gets down here so that we don't have to deplane. They were like, they were like, I was released and they love to say this, we don't have anyone right now. We don't have anyone available. I know you got hella people sitting hot. Like, this is my base. I know this. So the captain is the one that actually made the decision to deplane, because at that point, we had already been sitting on the aircraft for probably like hour and a half. And maybe not that long. No, I want to say it was probably like hour and a half, because I wasn't concerned about timing out at all. And then I can't remember the exact time. So it had to have been between 9 and 9:30 that we deplaned, because I was on the phone. I was getting off the phone with crew scheduling, trying to get everything together. And he was talking to ops, like, we've had these people sitting on this plane for so long. Let's get them off so they can stretch their legs, so they can get some food, they can use the actual bathroom,
and if we can make it to White Plains, we can make it to White Plains. So we deplaned. We got to get a wheelchair. There was no one there to get the wheelchair passenger, so the captain went and grabbed the wheelchair, brought the wheelchair down, and wheeled her up himself. And he let her know, he was like, okay, I can wheel you up there, and then they're calling someone so that they can take you to where you want or you need to go. So we got all that off. Once we got all the passengers off, I finally got my stuff, and then I'll go up. Thankfully, there was a flight attendant there. She was confused because the board that at the gate we were standing said Portland. We're going to White Plains. So she's like, crew scheduling told me to come here. I don't know what's going on. The gate agent was like, it's a bit of a mess right now. She didn't even know what was going on because we didn't have an updated release. So I explained to her, I was like, hey, yes, the aircraft that's here was going to White Plains. I timed out, so that is why they called you. But the captains, the pilots are down there, and your other flight attendant, she just went to the bathroom. She'll be down there in a second. So I sent the crew a message to let them know that that your other flight attendant was there. So I was like, if you guys get the A-OK, you have a full crew, so you guys can go. But y'all, oh my goodness, it has been. So I'm gonna go ahead and go home. They took me off the White Plains overnight, released me for today, and I'm on short call tomorrow. And then on the 2nd, I have a Nashville turn. So we'll see what they do tomorrow. Hopefully they don't do no foolishness. They did push back my report time. I think she said it was going to be 7:30 because of what time it is. I got to get at least 10 hours of rest. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. That is where we're at right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and head home, and we'll see what happens. We'll see how things go. I'm gonna safely get home, because when it starts raining, folk forget how to drive. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my way home, and then I will update you guys either tomorrow if I get something, or the next time I see you guys, we'll be doing a quick Nashville turn. So we'll see. We shall see. Good morning. It is April 1st. And no, this is not an April Fool's joke. I thought it was when I saw the notification. But no, they doubled down. And it is day 3 of 3 for the first part of the short call of the 6th day. So I have just a turn. So I deadhead to Cleveland, and then I'm working the flight back. I have I have a 11:53 report time for my flight. Like I said, it's 11 o'clock now. I'm currently in the employee lot, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my life together and head over to the shuttle. But should be smooth. We'll find out together. If it's not, the weather's much better today, as you guys can see, than it was last night. I had the Flighty app, and I had that White Plains flight on my Flighty app, and I left it on there purposely because I wanted to see what time they left out. That flight did not leave until a little after, I want to say between 11 and 11:30 is when I saw that it left. It might have been a little later than that, because they landed in White Plains a little before 1 a.m. So yeah, definitely would not have been legal for that at all. It was it was a doozy. I'm glad that they made it safely. I did confirm before I left. I think I told you guys yesterday, I did confirm that they had a flight attendant before I left, so that these people could get to White Plains, because they've been having a day. So got that all squared away. But I'm gonna go ahead and make my way into the airport for just this turn. And because I picked up the Nashville turn for tomorrow, I can say with great certainty that this is all I should have on my schedule for today, so that I can get my rest for tomorrow, because tomorrow is an early report time. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make our way into this airport, y'all, and I will check in with you guys probably once I get on the aircraft. So we'll see you there. Eating my breakfast, and we just worked the flight back. I met the flight attendant that I'm going to be working with. It's not a full flight coming back, and I love that for us. And it's not a long flight, so I love that even more. So it should be pretty smooth. I am on this flight going down. There's a flight attendant on her IOE. I get so excited when I see that, y'all. New faces coming in. But yeah, we gonna get the show on the road. I'll check in with you guys when we get to Cleveland. So we have made it to Cleveland. We're in MOGT because we were a little late leaving from DC, but we're gonna get these people on. There's only 40 people going, and then we're gonna get to DC. So I'll check back in with you guys when we get to DC. Whew. I have made it back to my car in DC, obviously. I've been released, and what's so funny is the same schedule that I talked to today is the one that I talked to yesterday for the first time when I told her I was gonna end up timing out. And it was a eye roll worthy conversation, I'll just say that. But she was the one that answered the phone when I called just now to be released. And she was like, oh, let me check, go put you on hold for a second. Girl, I'm heading out the door, okay? I know there is nothing you can give me because I picked a trip up tomorrow. So, come on. You're stalling at this point. So, I'm on my way home. I am, what time is it? It is 4:30. So I know it's going to be traffic, folks getting off work. So I packed extra patience. I'll make my way home, get myself ready for tomorrow. Like I said, it's just a turn tomorrow. So I'll probably leave my bag, the bag that I brought with me today, I'll leave it as is and just take it with me again tomorrow. And then they've already tentatively assigned me a trip for the 2-day block. As of right now, they have me working a Wichita turn, and then I am working a flight from DC to Dayton, overnighting in Dayton, and then the following day, as of right now, I just have a deadhead from Dayton to DC. We'll see if that is what happens, but as of right now, that's what they have scheduled. The last time they gave me a 2-day block this early, they changed it before the 2-day period came. So we'll see, because I definitely didn't see this in open time. I saw a couple of 2-day options in our open time pot. One had an Akron overnight, and the other one had a Columbia, South Carolina overnight. And I would have preferred either one of those to what they have now given me. But we're gonna roll with the punches. It's actually not that bad because it's a late start trip. So my day starts, what time? I think the report time for the first day is like 1:45, but that means that I'm flying later in the day. And then the next day, my deadhead is also late in the afternoon because I'm getting in so late. So we'll see. But I'm flying with a Dayton crew, so when I get there, I'll have to call the hotel myself, get myself situated wherever they overnight you in Dayton. So we'll see. That's going to be an adventure if they keep that on me. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hop off because the driving here is leaving a lot to be desired. So I will check in with you guys tomorrow morning when we're on our way to probably the airport, if not the airport, on our way to Nashville.
Good morning. It is currently 4:46 a.m. I am in the car, gonna make my way to the airport. I just had the Nashville turn for right now. So we're gonna go to the airport and we're going to go to Nashville and come right back. The first flight is not full at all, so it should be pretty smooth. Nashville's a pretty long flight, but the early flights are, in my opinion, pretty chill. So we're gonna head out there and then come right on back. I should be back by noon. I think the flight coming back to DC is a little more full than the flight going out there is. So, no big deal. I just have my bag. And then I still have the flights that we talked about yesterday on my schedule. So the Wichita turn, then the Dayton overnight, and then just the Dayton to DC deadhead. We'll see if any of that changes. I need to get gas. I can make it. I'll get gas on my way home. I know my car. So we're gonna go ahead and make our way to the airport, and I'll check in with you guys there. Went down to the crew room to heat up some breakfast. I have about 15 minutes before I have to actually check in, so I'm gonna make my way up to my gate. My aircraft should be at the gate now, so let's head to Nashville, y'all. made it on the aircraft. I'm gonna be a Ford girly for this turn, and the passengers should be coming down shortly. So I'll see you guys when we get to Nashville. We have made it to Nashville. We have a little bit of maintenance, so we're gonna hold boarding until we get that fixed, but we should be turning around and heading to DC shortly. Whew. I have made it back to DC. A little later than we originally were gonna come back, because we had, I think I mentioned earlier, we had the maintenance delay in Nashville. So I hope everyone was able to make their connections. I did all I could to get them to their connections. So I hope that they were able to make it. It wasn't a completely full flight going to Nashville. That flight was fine, but we had to do a maintenance coming back. There was something wrong with I believe it was the FO's headset. So we had a little delay for that. We made up some time in the air, but we were still late coming in. So I did my best to let folks know where those who had a tight connection, I read off where their gates were showing as of right now. So I can only hope. I'm not sure if everyone made it, but I can only hope that everyone did. So yeah, we are heading home. I've already notified for my short call tomorrow, because I mentioned the turns and the overnight for tomorrow, but since it's such a late start, I'm still on short call at 5 a.m. So I notified for that. As of right now, they are doubling down on this Wichita turn with the Dayton overnight. So I guess that's what tomorrow and the day after are going to be, but we shall see tomorrow. If anything changes, don't you worry. I surely will let you know. I am going, since I have the rest of the day ahead of me, I think it's time for some spring cleaning, deep spring cleaning too. So I'm going to run to the store, get some stuff that I need, and then we're gonna go and take care of this car and the house. That way, when I get back from my 2-day, I can really, really relax. So that's the plan for today. Hopefully I'm able to stick to it, because I have quite a lot on my plans. I was gonna wash my hair, I was gonna do my hair. So that's a lot to be doing. So whatever I get done, I get done. I'm gonna start with the cleaning, and then we'll go from there. So I will check in with you guys tomorrow, and we'll see where I actually end up going. Whew. Good afternoon. It is currently 12:15, and I still just have the legs that I have been mentioning. So we are in the final stretch of this 6-day. I have a Wichita turn, and then a flight from DC to Dayton when we get back from Wichita. And then tomorrow I just deadhead from Dayton to DC, and then like an afternoon. So we'll see if it stay that way. I didn't get all the cleaning done that I wanted to get done, but I did get laundry done. So if you know that getting laundry done is a big part of getting cleaning done. So I'm glad I was able to get that done. I'm gonna make my way to the airport. I have a 1:50 report time, and it's currently 12:16. Shouldn't be too crowded on the roads right now. I know it's lunch hour, but that really shouldn't cause any problems. But just in case it does, we're gonna head out now. I have made it to the employee lot. I I have about an hour to get to my get to my gate. But the shuttle bus is already here, so I'll put my pep in my step so I don't get wrecked. And I can continue to take my time when I get to the airport. So I'll see you guys in the airport. Alright, so we are on board. It's going to be a pretty full flight. So let's go ahead and get to Wichita and then I'll check in with you guys there. We're in MLGT, and before we're ready to board, of course they send them down here without getting our trash and stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and get this now pretty full flight back to DC. Whew. We have made it to our next aircraft, afterly still, and it's the one I like, y'all. It's the one I like. Oh, this space back here. It's not a completely full flight, so this would have been appreciated coming from Wichita with the full flights, but it should be boarding shortly, so we can probably without the next 3 minutes get these folks to Dayton, get me to my overnight. So we'll see you guys in Dayton. To the hotel, and I'm gonna do a quick room tour because this is definitely my first time staying here. We've got a whole kitchen, full-size fridge, freezer, microwave, seating area, TV. And come here, you got the bathroom area in here. Nice. I did my checks, but anxiety, you can never be too sure. This door doesn't open, but I'm gonna put one of my door stoppers there just in case it do try to do that while I'm sleeping. In the bedroom, closet area. This is nice. Okay. Oh, Lordy Lord. But yes, we are here. I set up a 1 p.m. van time for me tomorrow because my report time is 1:45 and the shuttle runs every 30 minutes. So we'll do that. Today was a long day. Wasn't too difficult. Passengers were pretty cool. Wasn't nothing too bad. The flight attendant I flew with, absolutely amazing. So the shuttle service for this hotel does not run this late. So I was going to have to get an Uber voucher through my company to get here. And I'm almost certain that if I had to do that, I would probably still be at the airport right now. But she's based here. She's based in Dayton, and she offered to take me to the airport. Take me to the hotel, which I greatly appreciated. Come to find out, she actually flew with one of my other classmates, and they got tattoos on this same trip. So they were in Tallahassee. They went and got tattoos. I was like, oh, that's so cool. When she was telling me about it, I was like, hold on, you flew with, and I said her name. And she was like, yeah. I was like, oh, snap. Because we have our group chat, and she had posted pictures about it in the group chat. So I was like, oh, that's so cool. That is absolutely amazing. I love it. Absolutely love it. It's currently 12:05, and I'm tired. I'm so tired. I had big plans. I was going to wash and do my hair
tonight because I would be able to sleep in. There'll be none of that. I might wash and do my hair tomorrow morning. We'll see. We shall see. Cause also, when I got here, and I knew this was gonna happen, I'm dead. Like I said, up until now, I was just dead heading back to DC tomorrow. They have added a turn onto my schedule, and of course, it's not a quick turn. It is not a quick turn at all. I go from, what is it? I want to say, I know it's in Alabama. I want to say Mobile. I think either Mobile or Montgomery, Alabama, and back. That's not quick. That's not quick at all. So I knew that was going to happen, but I'm being a little petty right now, and I won't notify. I won't do the push notification. They're going to have to call me for that, because maybe once I'm not tired, I'll notify for it, but right now, no. So I'm going to go ahead and unwind and get me ready for bed. I was going to eat. I did bring my lunch. I'll probably eat it tomorrow before I head to the airport, since I got a microwave in the room. So, yeah, let me get my life together. Good morning. It is currently 9:38 a.m. I have about 3 hours before I need to start getting my life together and making my way downstairs. As you see, I did wash my hair. I just got out the shower and everything. I am going to try and do my hair in that amount of time. And we got a new LMS. I'm going to try and complete that as well. So I think I can do it. Let's see. I'm doing a style, again, that I've never done before. So hopefully it doesn't take me too long. I'm not adding hair this time, so it shouldn't be too long. But I'm going to go ahead and get started so you guys can see the process. So I finished my hair. So basically I did the 2-strand twist with the knots at the bottom to shorten my hair without having to cut my hair. So I still have 45 minutes left on my timer that I had set to finish doing my hair. And it's currently 11:56. So I have a little over an hour before I have to go downstairs and for my van time. So since I finished my hair, I'm gonna go ahead and heat up my food, eat, finish editing. I got through quite a few videos actually, y'all, Not completely, like I went through and edited, like shortened some things and took some things out and edited the video like that. I haven't added the music or the covers or anything like that, but got through a couple of videos. I finished my LMS. It wasn't due until June 1st, but that's around the time that I'm probably going to go to recurrence. I definitely didn't want anything coming with me to recurrent that I was assigned in April. So got that all squared away. So I'm gonna go heat my food and start packing up and everything. And yeah, so let's go ahead and let's put some food in the stomach. I have finished eating. I had some like homemade Chipotle. So now I am going to get my life together. It's currently 12:28. So I'm gonna try to get downstairs in the next 20 minutes. In the next 20-ish minutes. So I'll go ahead and gather all my stuff, make sure I have everything, and then make my way downstairs. All right, I am heading out as soon as I find the elevator. I got like 10 minutes to get downstairs. Here we go. Van time's at 1, it's about 12:50, and I just got the notification that my inbound is on its way. So all good things for an on-time day. Pretty empty flight heading to Montgomery, and then it's a little bit more people coming back. They're gonna have tight connections when we get back because we were delayed. My inbound aircraft was delayed, which was this aircraft, delayed getting to Dayton, so we were delayed leaving. We were delayed getting here, and we're gonna be delayed leaving here. We might be able to make up some time because it's not a full flight, but we shall see. Montgomery. We had landed early and had some time, but the ground crew wasn't ready for us, so we had to sit for a little bit. It's going to be a little bit more full flight going back to DC. And of course, everyone that has a connection, that connection is going to be tight. So I'm sure we're going to have some anxious people getting on board, but we're going to try our best to get them on as quickly as possible and get them out of here as quickly as possible so that they can make it to their connection, because of how late it is going to be. Like, a lot of these flights are at 10 p.m. and after. There are not going to be a lot of options to go later tonight, so if people miss their connections, that means staying the night in the airport, and no one wants to do that. So we should be boarding as soon as they finish with the valet bags, and so we can make our way back to DC. Hello. I have made it back to my car. It is currently 9:49 p.m. and we made it in good time. So everyone, if they went straight to their gate, should have made their connections. They were pretty smooth flights for the most part. All three of my flights today. So I had my deadhead, from Dayton, and then I had the Montgomery turn. So it was Montgomery, not Mobile. So long flight. I think that was my first time going to Montgomery. Very long flight. Oh, it's not very long, but compared to the Dayton flight, it was long. And yeah, I am about to make my way home. Gonna start getting myself together for tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow, but I do have some things to do. Very exciting things to do. I might tell you guys about them a little later. We'll see. But very, very excited. Go ahead and get home, get myself together so that I can prepare for tomorrow. And then y'all won't believe this. Well, y'all might. I have a 4-day short call block that starts after tomorrow, and they've already given me a 4-day trip. However, I am almost certain that this is a line holder drop trip. I am almost certain. And they'll be coming back after that first turn, because that first turn is early. So we'll see. We'll see. It's as of right now, the first day it's a Cleveland turn, and then overnight in, it's either Buffalo or Albany. Like, I fly through New York quite a bit. So we'll see. We shall see. Usually when I get a trip that seems too good to be true, it's usually a line holder drop trip. But stay tuned for the next vlog to come out, because we'll see what ends up actually happening. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, live freely, love always, travel often. Bye.